I am the king of the world. Is this my punishment? If I have another life, I will be a good person.
Let me through. Captain Zhao, the victim's identity is confirmed. Zhang Xia, female, 42 years old, divorced from her ex-husband for many years, living alone. She has a daughter in university now.
Captain, the victim was stabbed 3 times, with the fatal wound in the neck. Based on the informant's information, the preliminary estimation is that the time of death was around 9 o'clock.
So much blood. 3 stabs.
3. Nan. Nan. Playing games all the time? Such a big thing happened outside, and all you do is play games.
Sister, why are you back? What's all the noise outside?
Didn't you hear any noise?
I vaguely heard something. What's wrong?
There's a murder next door. The victim is Ms. Zheng.
Huh?
Woo, what are you doing?
Captain, I'll be right there. Nan, lock the door and don't wander around. I'm working overtime tonight. Don't open the door for anyone. Brother, wake up. Wake up. You'll be fine. You will. Brother, you're awake. Good that you're awake.
I time traveled? My sister? Sister, I finally have family. In this life, I will be a good person. I know crime best. Sister, I'll help you solve the case.
You brat, what do you know about solving cases? Stay put. Who did this, poor soul? Move.
This is so cruel.
Gloves. I'll go take photos.
How could this happen? Hey, you brat!
It's so cold.
This is the victim's yin energy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why is it so fragrant?
Oh, look at this.
Nan, why are you out here? Go back quickly. There's a dead body here.
It's fine.
Captain, the surveillance has been checked. In the last hour, no one has left the building.
Captain, the windows haven't been moved. No signs of climbing. There are railings outside the windows.
A locked room murder, huh?
Exactly. I've heard of such people, but never seen one.
What kind of locked room murder is this? It's just a crime by an acquaintance? Moreover, the killer is in this building right now. It's just a crime by an acquaintance. Moreover, the killer is in this building right now.
It might be a crime by an acquaintance. Check Zhang Xiao's relations with her neighbors.
Yes.
Whose child is this? Take him away quickly.
This naughty kid.
Nan, go back quickly. Keep watching and you'll have nightmares.
Nan, what are you doing here causing trouble? Go back quickly. Sorry, Captain Zhao. This is my younger brother. He likes to cause trouble.
So this is your brother? Biological brother?
Hurry up and leave.
Hey, wait. You and your brother live here?
Yes, it's across the way. 602.
Kid, come over here.
Come over, don't dawdle. Come on.
Kid. What's your name and how old are you?
9 years old, 3rd grade. On summer vacation, playing games. Heard a scream at 9:03. Sir, if you have questions, ask quickly. Don't make small talk.
Fine, then tell me about it. Before you heard the scream, what did you see? Or what did you discover when you went out?
I was playing games.
Then why do you say it's an acquaintance crime?
It's obvious.
No, Zhao. The crime scene hasn't been fully investigated yet. he dares to say it's an acquaintance crime. Do you really want to listen to a 9-year-old kid analysing the case here? Isn't this a waste of time?
Listen or not, up to you.
Wait. They are the closest neighbors to the crime scene. Listen to him. Nan, right? Continue.
First, from the crime until now, no one has left this building. There are cameras on the first floor. The windows have guardrails. You've checked that. Secondly, from the traces at the scene, Ms. Zhang struggled before she died, but she fell beside the sofa, some distance from the door. There's no trace of the body being moved. In this situation, it's likely that Ms. Zhang opened the door for the murderer, welcoming them in, consistent with acquaintance crime characteristics. Also, the knife beside the body is the murder weapon, right? I've seen that knife. It's Ms. Zhang's kitchen knife. That is to say, the murderer didn't prepare the weapon in advance, not premeditated. Furthermore, from the traces at the scene, the murderer wasn't after money. In summary, the possibility of acquaintance crime is very high, and it was under impulse, a crime of passion.
Wait. The scene is messed up. Signs of property loss are obvious. The specific amount needs to wait for the family to return to verify. The murderer wasn't after money. Don't talk nonsense, kid. Captain Zhao, just let the kid go. Don't listen to his nonsense. Wu control your brother.
First, judging from the scene traces, it's very likely that the killer did it on purpose to mislead the police. Second, the crime occurred around 9 p.m. or earlier, at which time most people hadn't gone to bed yet. No thief would commit theft and be caught murdering at this time. Isn't it usually in the late night? Third, the most important point, the ring.
Ring? What ring?
The gold ring on Ms. Zhang's hand. If the killer was after money, how could they overlook this shiny ring? You understand what I'm saying, right?
Impressive, kid. How do you know these things?
My dad is a detective, my mom is a detective, and my sister is a detective. Family influence. Besides, I've watched 800 episodes of Conan.
Good kid. All right, go back. After all, this isn't a place for kids to stay.
By the way, sir, I need to correct a mistake of yours.
Don't talk nonsense. Correcting mistakes? Look at you acting smart.
Sir, did you see that? Did everyone see that? She hit me, child abuse. Quick, arrest her. Make her reflect properly.
Want to call the police? How dare you?
Oh, sir, did you see that?
Fine. Nan, you just said that I made a mistake. What mistake? Tell us.
Sorry, Captain Zhao. Nan talks nonsense. I'll take him back.
It's fine, I'm listening.
You just said that before the crime, i.e. before the scream, this is inaccurate, because the scream might not have been made by Ms. Zhang.
Then why do you infer that?
Because I can hear, ah! All right, I'm going back. Come out. 3 days later.
Nan, why are you eating instant noodles again? The room is full of smell. You don't open the window to ventilate.
Sister, you're back.
I'm going to sleep for a while. Wake me up at 7. At 7, don't forget.
Got it. Three days and the case isn't solved yet. Zhang Xia, female, 42 years old, from Hongcheng, a quality inspector at a factory. On the day of the crime, she was on leave at home. Time of death around 9 p.m. Stabbed 3 times. The fatal wound was at the neck artery. She was amiable. No disputes with others were found. Her daughter is in college. Although her ex-husband Wang Honggang had harassed Zhang Xia for years, He was not in Bincheng at the time of the crime, and he had not called the victim for 3 months. So he has been excluded as a suspect. No fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. The footprints at the door are complex, all from Zhang Xia and multiple suspects. This case is clearly not complex. So how did it become a locked room murder case? According to the statement by Mr. Zhou from the first floor, around 9 o'clock at night, he heard screams. He should be the murderer. At Guanchang Garden, Unit 1, 71725152. He is the murderer. 7 p.m. Sister, it's 7 o'clock. Get up.
Oh, don't make noise. I'm up. Nan, did you mess with my stuff?
Yeah. I looked at the files of Ms. Zhang's case from a few days ago. What's wrong?
How could you mess with my stuff? You brat! You've messed everything up.
Sister, I just want to help you solve the case, don't I?
Help me. I'd be thankful if you didn't cause trouble. This case is supervised by the city hall. If we can't solve it in time, do you know how many people in our bureau will be punished? Help me?
Sister, don't cry. I know you're under a lot of pressure from the case and too stressed out.
Annoying.
Sister, let me tell you. I know who the murderer is.
You know? What did you find? Nan, I'm telling you, don't talk nonsense. Or did you find something that day?
No, this is the conclusion I reached after analysis. In this file, you overlooked a very important issue.
What issue?
Residents on the first floor absolutely cannot hear any screams.
I thought it was some issue. How is that impossible? Stop causing trouble for me. I am very tired and...
Sister, listen to me.
"30 minutes later. Captain, you're here. Come in.
Wu. Didn't you sleep last night? You look so pale.
I slept for a while.
Wu is raising her brother alone. It's not easy.
Didn't you say on the phone that you found a major clue? What's the situation? Speak up.
It's like this. My brother said that on the day of the incident, if that scream was made indoors on the 6th floor, the residents on the 1st floor absolutely couldn't hear it. But according to our statements, it says that the 1st floor residents heard it very clearly.
Hey, wait. This matter was discussed yesterday during the meeting, wasn't it? Whether it can be heard is ambiguous, because a woman's scream can reach about 70 decibels.
Woo, what's wrong with you? Everyone is so busy. Your brother casually says something, and you call it a major clue. You even called us all here. Are you out of your mind?
No, it's not, Captain Sun. Listen to me. Assuming that this sound was not made by Zhang Xia.
Enough. What are you doing?
Hey, you! Why are you being mean to my sister? Can't you speak properly?
Nan.
Wu, can you control your brother? This is a murder case, not child's play.
All right, son. I know you're anxious. Don't get so worked up. Go on.
Let's assume that the scream was not made by Zhang Xia.
Sister, you haven't slept for days, and you only slept for a short while. How can you analyze the case in such poor condition? Let me do it instead.
Fine, you do it.
What are you doing? Wu Xinyan. In a murder case, you let your brother mess around? He's just a 9-year-old kid. What on earth do you want? I think you, as a detective, don't want this job anymore?
Son, what are you doing? Don't scare the child.
All right, you talk. You talk then. You're letting a 9-year-old kid teach you how to solve the case. I'm leaving.
Wait,
Nan, what are you doing?
you can't leave.
What do you mean?
You can listen or not to the case analysis. But you broke my vase? Pay up.
Nan, stop messing around.
Sister, don't interfere. Let me tell you, I'm 9 years old. I'm in elementary school. If you dare lay a hand on me, I'll immediately lie down on the ground, and I'll post it online to let the whole country know. An officer hitting a child, and you'll be dismissed immediately.
Fine. Wu Xinyan, I've really learned something new. Your family is truly impressive. This is called a major clue. Is that enough?
Son,
Enough. Sir, are you leaving too? If not, I can tell you. I know who the murderer is. He lives in this building.
Nan, don't say unreliable things. We can't confirm it's the murderer yet. Only list him as a suspect.
Woo. Nan, how do you know who the murderer is? Did you see something that day?
All residents in the building. We have already investigated them. At the time of the incident, all had alibis, or lacked the ability to commit the crime. They have all been cleared of suspicion. Kid, you can eat recklessly, but don't speak recklessly.
First, the first floor definitely couldn't have heard the scream. What you consider ambiguous is a very serious misjudgment, which misled your investigation direction.
You say it's wrong, so it's wrong? A woman's scream is 70 decibels, and we've already conducted experiments.
Are the officers in your experiment hard of hearing? Mr. Zhou is hard of hearing, and all the neighbors know it. And the investigator who took the notes obviously overlooked it.
At that time, everyone came up to watch the commotion. I thought it was because the scene was too noisy, so he didn't hear clearly.
Mr. Zhou's hearing loss isn't severe. And this point is indeed easy to overlook. But I reminded you that night too. I shouldn't have heard the scream as I was gaming in the bedroom through 3 doors with headphones on, but I checked all the files and no one recorded my statement. I shouldn't have heard the scream, but I did, and Mr. Zhou heard it too. The above proves that the scream definitely didn't come from inside the 6th floor, but more likely from the hallway. But Zhangsha died in the living room, and the body showed no signs of being moved. So the scream came from the killer's fabrication.
The killer is female.
If we only reason to this point, the killer could be male or female. A man could also fake a voice or use online audio in the hallway to emit a female scream. This raises a new question. The killer is on the 6th floor, making the scream. Upstairs and downstairs would definitely come out to check immediately. How could they escape? Clearly they didn't run. And they might be one of the first neighbors to arrive at the scene. The killer could only come from the 5th or 7th floor. If the killer lives on the 4th floor or below, after screaming, running downstairs is likely to be seen or heard by neighbors who just stepped out of the 5th floor. But looking at all the records, no similar situation was found. Reasoning to this point, I can basically identify the killer among the 4 households, 701, 702, 501, 502. 2 households on the 7th floor. 702 is vacant. 701 is occupied by Ms. Lee and her husband. Considering their physical ability and the arranged scene, basically ruling out Ms. Lee as the suspect. 2 households on the 5th floor, Mr. Chai and Mr. Wang's families. Mr. Wang came out first. 502 is Mr. Chai, a family of 3 living in harmony. Mr. Wang from 501, living alone and single for many years. Most cases involve money, love, or hatred. But in this case, Ms. Zhang didn't have any enemies, and the murder weapon was Ms. Zhang's kitchen knife. So, the murderer likely acted impulsively due to emotions. Now look at the statements. The statement from Mr. Chai in 502 proves that when he went out, he already saw Mr. Wang leaving. Ms. Lee's statement When she went downstairs, she already saw Mr. Wang and Mr. Chai, one after the other, running to the door of 601. In other words, the first person in the hallway was him. The first to arrive at the scene was him. He immediately concluded Ms. Zhang was in trouble. When he kicked open the door, the lock was damaged, and he walked inside, leaving footprints. Was also him. So I believe the murderer is him. Mr. Wang from downstairs 501, Wang Shengli. There are many details I haven't mentioned. No need to say them all. After I finish describing the crime process, you can immediately arrest and interrogate him. On the night of July 13th, between 8:30 and 9:00 p.m., Wang Shengli was in Jiang Xia's room, discussing matters. Due to some conflicts, Wang Shengli lost control.
Stop. Don't talk nonsense. Subjective assumptions, with no evidence.
This is rigorous reasoning. If you have questions, you're allowed to raise them.
Fine. Then let me ask you, the scene clearly shows signs of theft. Why do you say no property was lost?
Ms. Zhang's daughter returned the day after the incident. I read her statement. She has been studying away these years, rarely coming home. She can only confirm that in the victim's bedroom, the old jewelry wasn't missing, and 2 old phones weren't missing. As for whether the victim bought other valuables in recent years, or if they were lost, she cannot be sure.
You know it can't be confirmed.
I originally thought the ring wasn't lost, and it was the killer's oversight in faking the scene, but after re-examining, I found it wasn't. The killer was remarkably calm. After the crime, he did many elaborate setups he thought were clever. He adjusted the air conditioner to slow down blood clotting. The killer also wiped fingerprints off the knife, the air conditioner remote, and footprints in front of the cabinet. He wanted to fake it as a burglary, where the homeowner was discovered, leading to murder. But he obviously lacked the ability to set up a perfect crime scene. He didn't know how to handle the stolen goods. There were cameras on the first floor. He couldn't take them out. He was afraid the officers would search the whole building. Therefore, it wasn't negligence, but intentional that he took nothing. He thought this illusion was also reasonable. A burglary, no valuable items found yet. Discovered, murder, fleeing in panic. So based on the victim's daughter's statement, I think nothing was missing, because he didn't dare to take anything.
You really have a vivid imagination.
Any other questions?
Fine, let me ask you. If it's as you said, an ordinary person commits murder on impulse, how could he be so calm? How could he think of how to arrange the scene? And even mislead the police?
Who told you Wang Shengli is an ordinary person?
What do you mean?
How about we make a bet?
Bet on what? That Wang Shengli is the killer? Do you really think this is child's play?
Wang Shengli must be the killer. There's nothing to bet on.
Then what are you talking about?
I think Wang Shengli has killed before and still has a murder case on him. Do you believe it?
What? What? He has killed before?
Nan, don't speak carelessly.
Captain Zhao, he has no criminal record.
Nan, how do you know he has killed before? Do you have any evidence?
No evidence. No clues. Pure deduction.
I've really had enough. You're getting more and more far-fetched, aren't you? Talking nonsense endlessly?
Nan, you really can't say these things carelessly.
What do you mean by talking carelessly? Isn't it good to help you solve a case within a case?
Well, Xinyan, if you have time, take your brother to the hospital for a checkup. See if he's lost his mind. Get treatment early.
Stop the nonsense. Will you bet?
Bet. What's the wager?
Seeing your eagerness to solve the case, I won't make it hard for you. If you lose, apologize to my sister. And never scold my sister again.
Fine. If Wang Shengli isn't the killer, your sister should quit her job and take off that police uniform.
Hey, son. Why are you arguing with a kid?
When did I argue with him? The bet was clearly proposed by him.
All right, I'll add one more condition.
Fine. Add whatever you want. If I lose, I'll even kowtow to you.
Hey, enough. Are we playing house? Where's the discipline? We're here to analyze the case. Man, what you just analyzed makes some sense. But there's no substantial evidence. Not even indirect evidence. It's all inference. Although I can now bring Wang Shengli to the station for investigation, I can only detain him for 48 hours, Max. This is a murder case. If Wang Shengli really is the killer, and as you said, he's extremely calm, with strong mental fortitude, he won't easily confess to anything. But if Wang Shengli isn't the killer, the impact will be very bad. Your sister will receive a severe punishment.
Who says there's no evidence? I was about to say it, but was interrupted. All right then, let me say it again. On the night of July 13th, between 8:30 and 9, Wang Shengli was discussing matters in Zhang Xia's room. Due to some conflicts, Wang Shengli lost control, took a fruit knife, and stabbed Zhang Xia multiple times in the chest. Wang Shengli wiped off the fingerprints on the knife handle and faked the scene. Then he went home to shower and change clothes. After that, returned to the 6th floor hallway, created a scream, then quickly ran back to the 5th floor door. At that time, Mr. Chai opened the door to check. Just in time, he saw Wang Shengli already out. Actually, he had just come down from upstairs. The whole building was alarmed. Everyone came to door 601, knocked and banged on the door for a while. Then Wang Shengli, who was blocking the door, was the first to push the door open and saw the deceased. That's roughly how the killer did it. Indirect evidence. Based on the victim's wound location and blood loss, the killer must have been splattered with blood. He needed to go home to shower and change, and repeatedly wash the clothes. In the 3 days after the incident, he must have repeatedly cleaned the bathroom. We can check the water usage at his home. Second evidence. Luminol test can be performed on the murderer's bathroom. Luminol test is a highly sensitive chemiluminescence detection method used in forensic science to detect extremely small traces of blood that are invisible to the naked eye. Even if it's been repeatedly cleaned and the blood is diluted to 1/1,000th, the test will still be effective. Third evidence. Wang Shengli is in his 40s, with a severe smoking addiction, and with his hoarse voice, even if he tries to falsify it, he probably can't imitate a woman's scream. So, I think he used an electronic device to mimic the scream. When arresting him, take me to the scene to search, and I can help you find direct key evidence.
No. Assuming Wang Shengli really killed someone and took a shower, according to the victim's blood loss. But if...
On the day of the incident, among the neighbors present, Wang Shengli is the only one who just took a shower. Although he dried his hair, changed clothes, and disguised well, but he had a strong scent of shower gel. I can prove. I remember that. I can determine that on Wang Shengli, not only was blood splattered, but also a lot. If it was just a small amount of blood splattered on the clothes, changing clothes would be enough. No need to shower. Any more questions?
Water usage. Enough. Wait for me to make a call. Hey, Lei. It's Zhao here. I need a favor from you. Help me check on case 713. The unit where the incident happened recently. Yes, 1 week is fine. The situation of water usage. All right, I'll wait for your call back. Then which household has the highest water usage? 501? What about before the incident? No, that means after the incident, 501 is the household with the highest water usage, right? All right. I understand. Okay, thank you. Action.
Yes.
Mr. Wang, it's me.
Nan, what's up? Wait a moment. At this late night, Nan, what do you need?
Don't move.
You. What are you doing?
Behave. Hands on your head. Crouch down with hands on head.
What crime have I committed? Why are you arresting me? Let go of me. Let me go.
Wang Shengli, behave yourself? We suspect you are connected to the death of Zhang Xia.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Nan, what are you doing?
Restore the data.
Hey, stop fumbling around. Look at you. What are you doing?
Shut your mouth.
Captain, come take a look quickly.
He is destroying evidence. He's so stubborn.
This can't be a coincidence. What's with the bathroom?
Well, I'll stand up to answer. Officer, I'm redoing the waterproofing. That's not illegal, right?
Recently, we found your water usage is extremely high. Renovation? How do you use water?
Redo the waterproofing. I need to test the waterproofing effect. Wu, what does this woman know?
You...
Where are the old tiles?
Thrown away. Probably by now. They've been taken away by the garbage truck. Why don't you go check? Why are you studying my family's tiles?
I'll have Lee go.
No need. The evidence is contaminated. The luminol results are invalid.
Oh, what's going on?
Zhang upstairs just died. The officer's arresting someone. Could it be that...
Juan killed someone? That can't be. He's usually very honest.
Hey, I didn't kill anyone. What evidence do you have? On what grounds are you arresting me? Let go of me.
Behave yourself.
Ooh, after all, we are neighbors living upstairs and downstairs. How could you? I remember now. You think I offended you before, so you are taking revenge on me, right?
What revenge would I take on you?
Do you think I almost killed your brother?
Ah,
Officer, she usually works overtime and is busy. She often doesn't go home. That time, she asked me to pick up her brother from school. I didn't agree to it. What happened then? Her brother went home by himself after school. He was playing by the roadside and fell into the river.
Did this happen the night your brother fell into the water?
yes.
Oh dear. I remember now. That day, I originally promised Xiao Wu to buy groceries and pick up Xiao Nan. But I had something urgent come up, so I didn't go. I told Xiao Wu over the phone. Oh, this matter. To be honest, it's also my fault. But I didn't kill anyone.
Oh, I see now. Your brother almost drowned in the river. You blame me.
Who's blaming you?
You don't blame me. Why are you arresting me? Framing me for killing Zhang Xia. You have no evidence at all. And yet you arrested me. Oh, this isn't framing. What is this?
It can't be. Officer Wu is usually a good person. Just has a bad temper.
Who knows what this really is? Oh dear.
I remember now. Recently, the news said our Bin City is competing for the Southeast's most beautiful city. Now a murder case has occurred. This has a very bad impact. I heard that this case is supervised by the City Hall. They are ordered to solve the case within a deadline to reduce the impact. Right, officers? Oh dear, it's already been 3 days. You haven't found any evidence at all. In a hurry, you put the hat of a murderer on my head.
You shut up. Stop talking nonsense.
Yes. My parents died early, and I came south alone to work. I'm already over 40 years old. I'm still an old bachelor. No relatives, no friends. If they arrest me, they'll force a confession through torture. By then, There won't even be anyone to vindicate me at all. I'm too suitable to be framed as a murderer. Right, Officer Wu, you framing me like this. Your heart is really cruel.
You...
Shut your mouth.
Officer, hitting people.
Lawson, don't.
An officer hit someone. You must testify for me. They're trying to hit me. Look, look.
The hitter inside is an officer. What's going on?
Wang is usually quiet and doesn't like to talk. Today he's so talkative.
This is a capital crime. Who wouldn't be anxious if falsely accused?
Yes.
Hey, what are you doing? No photography at the crime scene.
No, nothing.
Why can't we film? Officers hitting people and no filming allowed. Is there no law anymore?
Wang Shengli. Watch it. Who hit you?
Him. He tried to hit me just now. Didn't you see? Hey, the neighbors all saw it. So you're denying it now. Neighbors, everyone, you definitely can't leave. You must testify for me. If you leave, these corrupt officers will hit me. Even if there's no evidence later, they'll fabricate evidence.
Don't worry, Wang. We won't leave.
Brother Wang, we're watching.
Don't worry. I didn't kill anyone. I definitely won't admit it, even if they arrest me. At most, they'll detain me for 48 hours. If I don't come out, you must call the TV station to let the whole city see how these corrupt cops frame innocent citizens.
Where does the captain need to perform? A luminol test?
No need. Go check the scene.
Step aside.
Old Qian, why are you here?
I heard you caught a suspect. Came to see?
I'm wronged. They have no evidence. They arrest people arbitrarily.
Captain Zhao, no evidence.
Collecting evidence now.
How is there a child here? This...
Old Chen.
Get to the point.
Old Chen, this is Team 1's case. Captain Zhao is personally overseeing it. This is none of Team 2's business. Where did you come from? Go back where you came from. Don't cause trouble here.
What? I caused trouble? Just look at your few incompetent subordinates. And one who got in through back doors. Can't even manage the scene properly. What cases can they handle well?
What do you mean?
Nothing. I've said it before. This case should be handled by our Team 2.
Your Honor, you've finally come. You must help me. I am innocent. They have no evidence.
Look. Arresting people arbitrarily, without even any evidence. What impact will this have if it gets out?
Enough, Old Qian. This has nothing to do with you. Go back.
Neighbors, everyone, you all saw it. Officer Qian, he actually found the problem. They forcefully drove him away. These corrupt cops are determined to frame me.
What's wrong with this officer?
What kind of world is this?
This is a setup.
Wang Shengli, watch your words.
Frame up. This is a frame up. You must notify the TV station. Is there no end?
What's all the noise? Who framed you?
You and your sister?
You won't admit until you see the coffin. This is your phone, right?
Yes, it's my phone. So what? In today's society, who doesn't have a phone?
As long as you admit it's your phone.
Hey, Wu Nan, you fell into the river and almost drowned. That has nothing to do with me. Why do you hold a grudge against me? Look at you at such a young age. A child? You're not learning good things. You? How can you be so malicious?
I'm malicious? Fine. Today I'll show some mercy. I'll give you a chance. As long as you admit you killed Zhang Xia and confess the crime process, it'll count as a surrender. How about that?
Are you crazy? I didn't kill anyone. What surrender are you talking about?
You showed fear.
What?
Testing you. You did kill someone.
What nonsense are you saying?
You've been hiding for so many years. You must be familiar with the law. Actually, you know it. You killed on impulse, a crime of passion. With passion crime and surrender circumstances, it won't be sentenced to death. Death with reprieve. Death reprieve reduced to life imprisonment. The actual prison time must not be less than half of the original sentence. In other words, if you surrender, serve your sentence honestly, and have some major meritorious performance, reduce the sentence. At the fastest, 15 years to get out. Actually, you know very well, the police are already on to you. You can't escape. Even if you refuse to confess for 48 hours, your past with Zhangsha will definitely be uncovered. The police just need more time. Yet you still cling to hope, refusing to admit, because you're afraid that your past deeds will be exposed. Surrender?
Surrender? The suspect didn't refute immediately. What did Xiaonan say to him?
The voice was too soft, couldn't hear clearly.
Let's all keep it simple. You'll be punished for multiple crimes. Be a good person in your next life.
I don't know. What are you saying?
You won't give up until you see the coffin. Then I'll send you on your way.
You have no evidence.
I have evidence.
This is Zhang Xia's voice.
It sounds a bit strange, but this is the scream from that night.
Yes, this is the sound.
No, it's not. Impossible. I clearly already deleted it. I have already deleted it.
You deleted it. You admit that this is the sound you made.
The sound from that night was made by Brother Wang.
Why did he do this?
How could he be like this? We all thought he was a good person.
Didn't expect it to really be him.
Impossible. I've already deleted it.
To completely delete a file, you must overwrite it repeatedly to cover the original file. What you deleted is just the file index. The file can be recovered. You obviously don't understand the basic principles of storage. Also, your chat messages with Zhangsha, I also recovered them through an app called IU, a dating app. You and Zhangsha lived upstairs and downstairs as neighbors for many years. Originally, there wasn't much interaction until 3 months ago. You and Zhangsha started chatting on AU for a few words and became more familiar. The specific chat content involves Aunt Zhang's privacy, so I won't read it. However, I also saw that in the past 2 years, through this app, you hooked up with many divorced women and made unreasonable demands. Want me to read them?
No. I killed her. I admit it. I killed her.
Yes.
I killed her in a moment of impulse. We've been together for almost 3 months. Recently, I found her acting strange, becoming colder towards me. I suspect she has another man outside. That day, I sent her a message, but she didn't reply, so I went to find her.
Who is it?
It's me. Zhangxia, why didn't you reply to my message?
I was charging in the bedroom, didn't hear it.
Entry time.
8 o'clock.
What exactly did you talk about?
Just chatted about daily life. I also asked her what she did during the day off. She didn't say.
Did Wang Shengli really kill someone before?
He did.
Why did he kill her?
Officer, didn't I tell you? She has another man outside. She wronged me.
Answer the question honestly.
I said, Zhang Xia, look, it's getting late. How about tonight? Let me stay here.
What early or late? You go back downstairs and stay.
Hey. At your age, still so reserved?
Get out. Leave immediately.
Zhang Xia, do you have another man outside?
Get out. Get out. If you don't leave, I'll call the police.
The theft tracers at the scene were set up by you.
Yes.
You adjusted the air conditioner temperature.
Yes.
Since you admit it, good. Let him sign.
Just press here.
It's over.
Not yet over. Wang Shengli, do you have anything else to confess? For example, have you committed any crimes before? Or have you ever killed someone?
Can I have a cigarette? Thanks.
Wang Shengli, answer the question. Have you ever killed someone before?
No, I haven't. I killed Zhang Xia. I've already admitted it. As for the rest, there's nothing else to confess.
Wang Shengli, I warn you, don't resist stubbornly.
Who's resisting stubbornly, officer? I haven't killed anyone. If you're capable, go investigate yourself.
Wang Shengli. Your crimes are enough to sentence you to death. Acting rogue now is meaningless.
Officer Wu, I know. I'm already facing the death penalty. What else do I have to fear? Aren't you in a hurry to solve the case? Now the case is solved. So hurry up and arrest me. Sentence me to execution. Why are you still messing around? No way. Your boss really thinks he's the embodiment of justice. If you suspect I've killed before, you have to investigate thoroughly. Really. Right? Great. From what I understand, if there are other cases on me, that aren't cleared up, you have to keep me locked up. Can't sentence me. And my life is still long.
Nan, you say Wang Shengli is killed before? How sure are you?
Completely sure. Let me interrogate him.
Captain Zhao, I heard you found evidence.
Old Zhao, how's the interrogation going?
The suspect has confessed, admitting to the crimes without denial.
Captain Zhao, why is this kid here again? Last time at the crime scene, it was this kid who kept rummaging through the suspect's things.
Hello, Uncle.
Old Zhao, this is...
Wu Xinyan's younger brother, Wu Nan. Their family situation, you know all about it.
Oh, I see. After their parents died in the line of duty, only the 2 siblings are left.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough enough. Xiao Wu is usually busy too. In the future, this kid, if he wants to come to the station, let him. If he has no place to do homework, bring him to the reception room. Discipline is discipline. This is the investigation area. It's not a place for children.
Chief, actually this case can be solved.
Fine. This case can be solved. You deserve the credit. Hurry up and close the case for prosecution.
Chief, we can't send it for prosecution yet.
Why?
Xiaonan, you said Wang Shengli killed someone before. How sure are you?
Absolutely sure.
We suspect that before killing Zhang Xia, Wang Shengli had killed others.
He had killed others. A case within a case. Any clues?
The suspect still refuses to confess. And for the previous crimes,
there are no clues.
I said that. The suspect has killed others. Leave it to me to interrogate. I can close the case immediately.
Xiaonan?
You...
Isn't this nonsense? A little kid says he killed someone, and you believe him?
Lao Zhao, you're also an old detective. You're about to be promoted soon. You must not make any mistakes.
Chief, I understand all that. Actually, case 7113 was successfully solved, thanks to Wu Nan. He's a child prodigy.
Prodigy. Child prodigy.
So, no clues, no evidence? He says it and you believe it?
Originally, we had doubts about Wu Nan's words. But during the investigation of this case, we found that the suspect has extremely high anti-investigation awareness and extraordinary psychological quality. He doesn't seem like a first-time offender.
Hey, wait. Lao Sun? Do you really mean to investigate? There are no clues at all. How to investigate? Just keep dragging on like this? Just keep detaining the suspect like this?
The higher-ups require us to solve the case within a time limit. Since this case has already been solved...
Chief, case 713 can be reported. But the suspect's previous crimes, I still think...
What? You want to investigate? Then how do you plan to write the report? Just write that a 9-year-old child suspects he killed someone, and you believe it?
Hey, is anyone there? Anyone at all? Are you going to interrogate me or not? Do I have any human rights?
Keep quiet.
Are you interrogating or not? I'm getting sleepy. If you're not going to interrogate me, send me back to sleep. Hey, hey, hey. Why are so many people coming? You were outside just now. Were you planning to torture me for a confession? Come on, come on. I'm already on death row. I'm not scared of you. Go ahead, do your worst.
Old Zhao, I'll give you 5 more days to find out who else the suspect killed.
Chief, this could be the suspect, deliberately stalling for time, saying this on purpose.
5 days. I'll give you 5 years. And you still won't find out.
5 minutes? I'll interrogate him. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll make him confess.
You little brat. What do you know? Wu Xinyan, control your brother. Chief, how can they let a 9-year-old kid handle the case? This is just absurd.
Xiao Wu, your brother has seen the case files. That's against the rules.
Chief,
Give me 5 minutes. If I can't solve the case, Uncle can punish my sister.
What? Chief, give my brother 5 minutes. If we can't solve the case, I'm willing to accept any punishment.
Chief, how can they let a 9-year-old kid handle the case? This is just ridiculous.
Enough.
Chief, you can't let them off so easily.
This 5 minutes is something we can spare. Since you say he's a prodigy, and you've made a pledge, I'll give you these 5 minutes.
Fine, just 5 minutes.
Xiaonan, you're also someone I have watched grow up since childhood. To be honest, among the neighbors, no one has ever praised you as smart. You're quite dumb. Before this, no one knows who taught you those things. Looking at the situation now, no one's teaching you anymore. It's just you. Interrogate me then. Kid, it's getting late now, and you're fine, so better hurry home and go play games.
From 11 to 13 years ago, in northern Anning province, a home invasion murder occurred. The victim was a woman, and the case remains unsolved. No fingerprints were left at the scene, nor any DNA traces. Cases like this, major unsolved cases from back then, that meet these conditions are very few. Very few. Even, there might be only one. I know. If I tell you directly, you won't accept it. Let me make you understand before you die.
Kid, you're not old, but you talk big.
After killing Zhang Xia, you faked the scene and went home to clean up, and used her scream to mislead the police about Zhang Xia's time of death. You used this time to pretend to be online, leaving browser records on the computer to create an alibi for yourself. Am I right?
I've already confessed to this. Why bother analyzing it?
What I mean is, your calmness after killing shows strong mental fortitude and anti-investigation skills. You're not an ordinary person. There are only two possibilities. First, you're a madman, a twisted pervert inside who studies law and delves into crime. Second, you've killed before.
How do you know? I'm not a pervert.
You've lived here for 10 years. If you were really a pervert, you couldn't have held back until today.
This. These are all your wild guesses.
Do you know what your biggest flaw is? You did many things you thought were clever, with extraordinary execution, but you didn't flee. From your perspective, I got two answers. First, fleeing directly is too obvious. Living so close, whoever disappears after Zhang Xia's death, who is missing, is the murderer. Second, you don't want to ruin your current stable life. According to your first statement, you're from northern Puling province, with both parents deceased, left home in your teens, and came to the south, worked odd jobs in various places. 10 years ago, you settled in Penang, survived by doing odd jobs, rarely socialized, unmarried, and childless. According to other neighbors' statements, your matters were also mentioned. You are introverted, taciturn, even solitary. Yet you are so eloquent. Are you really solitary? Escaped for over a decade? The disguise must be hard. You stated you have no relatives or friends, so there's no proof of your past. Settled in the city, for 10 years you avoided socializing, familiar with no one. counter-surveillance awareness is not innate. You must have read a lot of related books. Perhaps you didn't even realize the smell on you is so strong.
Smell? What smell?
The smell of a fugitive. People like you, if not suspected, it's fine. But once targeted, you are full of flaws. Your past 10 years left an impression that perfectly fits a fugitive or a hidden person's trait. And your performance during this case's investigation proves that in the past 10 years, you were disguising the calmness after killing, strong psychological resilience, personality disguise, refusing to socialize, hiding yourself. A single condition might not mean anything, but when gathered together, don't you know how strong the smell on you is? For 10 years, you lived in constant fear. Every siren sound terrified you. You lived in anxiety. Heavy smoker. You dared not get close to anyone, afraid others would know you. Even your current identity as Wang Shengli might be fake, and you lived under a detective's home. You wanted to hide in plain sight. You wanted to grasp the first-hand movements of local police. You killed someone, right?
Ha 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 ha. But what can you do about it? Officer, to arrest someone, evidence is needed. Just based on your words, I become a murderer. At what time? Where? How did you kill? You have no evidence. You have no clues. Right.
Personally, you with your behavior are the clue. Time is almost up. Since you've admitted that you killed the person, then I'll keep it short. First, you were once a thief who committed burglary.
Xiaonan, what did you base your inference on? The report needs to be written clearly.
Because at Zhangsha's crime scene, the burglary traces are professional. A habitual burglar would know very well where valuables might be and where not. And at Aunt Zhang's crime scene, the nearest to the door, shoe cabinet, and kitchen cabinets, under sink cabinets and such, show no signs of rummaging. Whereas such as coffee table, TV cabinet, wardrobe, including the hanger with often worn coats, the clothes on it, these might contain old phones. Jewelry, cash locations were all rummaged through. You faked the burglary scene, but due to your past burglary experience, or rather behavioral instinct, the burglary traces left are extremely professional. This proves that you were once a habitual thief, isn't it? Second, Wang Xingli claimed that he came from Pulan province, one of the northern 3 provinces, left home in his teens 30 years ago. You lied. If Wang Xingli really came to the south, in his youth, his accent should have changed long ago, but it hasn't. Although he tries hard to control himself, he still exposes it.
Who's there?
It's Uncle Wang.
Xiaonan. What's up?
In the 3 northern provinces, the Anning accent is the strongest and easiest to recognize. If I'm not mistaken, you should be from Anning. Third, since Wang Xingli couldn't change his accent, I believe that after he became an adult, for many years, he stayed at home. Therefore, it was after his first murder that he fled his hometown. Fourth, Wang Xingli is 165 centimeters tall. and has a slim build. If the victim he killed was an adult male and he wasn't exposed, it would be more difficult. Therefore, I tend to think he killed a woman. Fifth, people have behavioral inertia. After Wang Shengli killed Zhang Xia, with Zhang Xia's body right beside him, he was still able to calmly clean up the traces, forge the scene, and even thought of making it look like a burglary. I think that after impulsively killing someone, Wang Shengli had such high execution ability, which is related to his past experience in similar situations.
Enough.
Sixth, after killing someone, people often hide for a while, check on the case progress, then find a place to settle down. Wang Shengli came to Bincheng 10 years ago. This was his final hiding place. These 10 years also indicate that Wang Shengli is not someone who likes to change residences often. Otherwise, he should be dead by now. I believe his last crime was committed between 11 years ago and 13 years ago. In summary, time between 11 and 13 years ago. Location, Anning Province. Case type, burglary. After being discovered by the homeowner, he killed in anger. The victim was likely a woman. Due to Wang Shengli's previous arrogant attitude, claiming the case couldn't be solved in 5 years. It can be judged that the scene didn't leave direct evidence like DNA or fingerprints. That's why he was so confident. Sis, have any cases been found that match all these characteristics?
There are currently 2. If DNA is excluded, as for fingerprints and such, direct clues, there is one left. 12 years ago, in Fengyang City, the capital of Anning Province, the 616 massacre case. The victims were an adult woman and 2 infants.
It was all fabricated by him. You have no evidence.
Really none?
No.
Wang Shengli, what are you doing?
Sit down properly. Sit down. Don't move. Sit down. Behave.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I have nothing to do with that case.
If there's no evidence, then what are you afraid of? Indeed, there probably isn't evidence like DNA or fingerprints, but just no direct evidence. You've moved here 10 years ago, living in constant fear. What exactly are you afraid of? There is evidence, right? A murder case, at least, takes over 6 months to investigate. All clues are cut off, making it impossible to continue, so it's temporarily shelved. During that time, hundreds of people are investigated. In the vast investigation information, there will be many corroborations, many indirect evidences. It's just because you committed the crime randomly back then, you were never listed as a suspect, and no checks were done on you. So you temporarily escaped the law. And now, we have linked you to the 616 case. You can escape.
Chief, I propose to contact Fengyang Police, retrieve all files of the 616 case, and bring them out. Also ask Fengyang Police to dispatch veteran detectives who participated in the case back then to assist in the investigation here.
I agree. The report can be completed later. You, contact immediately. Fengyang Police.
Yes.
Uncle Zhao, wait a moment. Including the time to organize the materials there, they'll arrive by the day after tomorrow at latest. At best, 3 days. Whether you confess or not, the 616 case will be solved. Why are you holding out? Everyone is tired. Let's keep it simple. I just need you to answer me about case 616. Did you do it? Case 616. Did you do it?
We've come this far, and you still won't confess. If the 6116 case has nothing to do with you, why were you so agitated just now?
Speak.
Wang Shengli, if you keep resisting, it's pointless.
Do you disrespect me? Because I caught you when I was only 9. Actually, even without me, you'd have been caught by the police. You killed Jiangsha. It wasn't a random crime. Even without me, the police would only need a few more days to find out your relationship with Jiangsha.
Chief, this kind of hardcore criminal, leave it to me. I promise to make him talk tonight. I can guarantee, before the Fengyang police arrive, he'll confess all the criminal facts. We can close the case directly.
I've almost finished the interrogation. How dare you interfere? At the very least, it should be my sister who interrogates.
What do you mean by almost finished? He hasn't confessed all the criminal facts. And there's no direct evidence either. The Fengyang police came and supplemented the evidence chain. But it's all indirect evidence. Submitting with zero confession is very troublesome. It might take even longer. Chief, to deal with this kind of hardcore criminal, we must break their psychological defense. Your sister has only been a police officer for a few years. Can she handle the interrogation properly?
Then, according to you, I'm only 9 years old. Can I handle it properly?
You. If you really have the ability, then make him talk. Otherwise, don't interfere with our investigation.
Fine. Sister, I believe in you. You will find a way to make him talk, right?
I'm
only 9 years old. The credit in the police station won't be given to me either. And the newspapers can't even write about me.
Now you know how to sigh.
When did I sigh?
Sigh. Ugh. Cough, cough. Wang Shengli, I can tell you.
It's a deal.
Exactly, a deal. I can make a deal with you. If you admit that you committed the 616 massacre and provide a detailed confession of the crime process, and we confirm it's true, then I can tell you, on the day Jiang Xia was killed, why she didn't answer your call, what she actually did.
If she had another man and her activities that day.
That's exactly it. My brother is right.
Actually, this isn't just a deal. But I really want you to know, be straightforward. You admit to the crime, and I'll give you the answer. You confess the crime process. And I can show you Jiang Xia's medical report.
Can you decide that?
I agree.
Thank you, Uncle. Let me ask you one last time. 12 years ago, in Anning Fengyang, the 616 case, did you do it?
This case?
The 616 case? You did it, right?
I did it. This case was done by me. I killed all those people.
I'll step out for a moment.
You, hurry up. Tell me now.
You know why I want you to know.
What?
I want you to know how damn guilty you are.
What do you mean?
6 days before Jiang Xia was killed, she suddenly felt unwell and went to the hospital. On the doctor's advice, she had a biopsy. On the day of the incident, Jiang Xia went back to the hospital for a follow-up and got the biopsy report. She had liver cancer. Jiang Xia did not have the other man you thought. Based on the chat between Jiang Xia and her best friend, when Jiang Xia learned she was sick, her first thought was her daughter's tuition, not her own treatment. She knew that. You've lived modestly for 10 years with savings, but she never considered asking you for money. She truly wanted to break up, but only to avoid burdening you. Yet you killed her. You deserve to die. This is Zhang Xia's medical report. If you're still interested, I can show it to you. First, give an honest account of the crime.
Wait a moment. Inspector Wu, let them come in and execute me. Since I killed everyone, have them come and shoot me. I deserve to die. I deserve to die. I deserve to die.
Confess the case honestly. Your account of the crime must correspond with the case details. That's your duty. The law will punish you. What a lunatic.
Xiaonan, right?
Wunan?
Hi.
Hello, Uncle Chu.
Good. What a prodigy.
There's no such thing as a prodigy. It's just my sister's good teaching. It's all thanks to my sister's constant influence on me.
I understand. That's true. You're only 9 years old. Whether dealing with superiors or the general public, you're not fit to appear in the murder case report. Since you're representing your sister in cracking this case, then the main credit for these cases naturally belongs to her. Don't worry.
Uncle Chu, is there a bonus then? I want to get a new computer.
Yes. With case 731 solved swiftly, the department will give rewards. Moreover, since case 616 wasn't solved, we need to seek clues from the public. There should be a bonus of thousands.
Chief, regarding the case, it wasn't Officer Wu who solved it. She herself got in through backdoor connections and was transferred to the team. She's not competent. If we give her the main credit, it won't satisfy everyone. It'll cause more controversy.
If you're sick, go get treatment. What's the point of gossiping all the time?
Kid, who are you calling names?
I didn't call anyone names.
Who did you say was sick?
You, with purple lips, mouth breathing, barrel chest, and occasional coughing. I sincerely suggest you go to the hospital for a checkup. You're seriously ill. If it's too late, it might be too late.
You child. Do you have any manners at all?
Who has no manners? Who said I use backdoor connections?
You...
At your age, still jealous of the capable, and eager for credit and profit.
You...
What you? My sister is 27, and she graduated from the Southeast Police Academy 5 years ago. She served as a SWAT officer for 2 years, and won twice the Southeast Police Women's Combat Championship and once the Shooting Championship. After that, my sister transferred to grassroots work, starting as a civil police officer, and was always on the front lines. 3 years ago, in the bustling area of Maybe District, a hostage situation occurred. My sister exchanged herself with the hostage and finally subdued the criminal, almost having her throat slit. The year before last, in that explosion case, if it weren't for my sister's accurate shooting, hitting the target from 120 meters away with a pistol, who knows how many more people would have been injured. Last year, in a joint operation, chasing a fugitive, my sister was stabbed twice, but still managed to subdue the fugitive. She had to lie in bed for 3 months to recover.
A few months before that,
Yes, I admit. My parents died in the line of duty 6 years ago. And during my sister's promotion process, she indeed received some special consideration. including being transferred to the general team last year and inheriting her father's police badge number. But I dare say, my sister didn't use backdoor connections. Every step she took was taken with integrity. She is an excellent criminal police officer and won't tolerate your slander. My uncle has mentioned many times wanting to transfer my sister to his side, where the treatment is definitely better than here. But my sister didn't agree. According to my sister's words, here is the city my parents protected. She wants to carry on their mission and continue to protect this place.
What you said, as if no one has ever been injured? The veteran cops here, every one of them, has fought on the front lines. And who hasn't been hurt?
Hey. Enough.
Is this about injuries? My sister was promoted exceptionally, either for merit or by risking her life. Who are you saying used connections? Fine. Isn't the boss here now? Tell me, who opened the back door for my sister?
You. I also heard from the department. That's what everyone says.
Oh dear. Enough. Why argue with a kid? About the commendation. It's settled. Xiao Wu, thank you for your hard work.
Pursuing justice. A cop's duty. No problem. Shonan.
Sis, you're back.
I'm so sleepy.
Sis, aren't police officers overwhelmed when busy and very idle when not? We just solved a big case, and you only rest for a day. Now you're working day and night again.
Special operation to clear backlog. Everyone is on overtime. Oh, I can't. I need to sleep. Be good.
Sis, you're awake?
Yes. Tell me, whose little brother is so smart and can solve cases?
What's this? Such an easy case. Needs this genius to deduce it for you.
Say you're boastful and you're getting carried away.
That's true. For such a simple case, I can crack it in minutes. You're busy around the clock again.
You've had too many chips. Are you addicted? Fine. If you're so smart, let me test you. Come on. In minutes. Solve this case for me. Let me see.
The case from last December. Over half a year. Good grief! The file is this thick and still unsolved. Name Song Dong. Male. Age 51. Food factory owner. Divorced for years. He has 2 married daughters. On December 13th last year, around 10 p.m., when factory security guard Joe Liu was patrolling.
Why is the door not closed?
He found boss Song Dong dead in the general manager's office and then called the police. The police arrived at the scene shortly after. After on-site forensic examination, Song Dong was sitting on a chair, strangled from behind, with a plastic rope around his neck, and died from suffocation. Time of death was around 9:10 p.m. The window showed no signs of forced entry and was not locked. It was preliminarily inferred that the murderer climbed through the window and entered the office to commit the murder. The police found at the scene over 10 people's footprints, including size 43 hiking shoe prints, which were believed to be from the murderer. After investigation, it was found that on that day, Song Dong returned to the factory at 4 p.m., had dinner in the cafeteria at 6 p.m., and returned to his office around 6:30 p.m. After that, he never came out again, until his body was found by the security guard. Before the security guard found him, the last person to enter the crime scene was Kang Ting Ting, head of the procurement department. She reported to Song Dong about the return of expired flour.
Then, half a month after the incident, we based on hundreds of testimonies, finally determined these three suspects.
Former employee Li Tai, after leaving due to personal reasons, had 1 month's salary deducted and had come to the factory multiple times to demand an explanation. 3 days before the incident, Li Tai was beaten while demanding his salary. Flour mill owner Feng Kun, due to issues with returning expired flour, had a dispute with Song Dong. Accountant Fu Jiaojiao was originally an ordinary employee, but became Song Dong's mistress and suddenly became the factory's financial manager. Before the incident, she had repeatedly embezzled company funds and thus had arguments with Song Dong and was beaten by Song Dong. This was known to everyone in the factory.
Especially this Fu Jiaojiao. After Song Dong's death, she also participated in the property dispute battle. Moreover, she said that she and Song Dong were de facto husband and wife. In the second month of the investigation, she was listed as the prime suspect. Although she had an alibi, and given her physical strength, it was impossible for her to kill. But it cannot be ruled out that there is a possibility of hiring a killer. However, we, the police, in the subsequent investigation, found no results.
Sis, the suspects you listed, these three, perhaps the investigation direction is all wrong.
Do you have any findings?
Not yet.
No, you're talking nonsense.
It's not that there isn't any. The case has been over for more than half a year. Many clues have already been destroyed, or they were hidden by the killer. However, just from the file you brought back, I have more than 10 suspects.
More than 10.
Right. From the killer's perspective, considering human nature, due to interests, due to emotions, due to hatred, acquaintance crime, premeditated murder, Song Dong's interpersonal relationships, too complicated. There are many people worth suspecting.
As expected.
What?
I shouldn't have shown you the case file.
Why?
Xiaonan, now, although you are a celebrity in our police station, everyone says you are smart, good at reasoning. But after all, you're only 9 years old, haven't systematically studied criminal investigation. In fact, everything you can think of, we have all investigated. Dozens of suspects. We only filtered out these 3 suspects. A task force of over 100 people, investigated for 3 or 4 months. Moreover, times have changed. As you said, case 713. If we were given a little more time, we definitely could investigate it clearly. The relationship between Wang Shengli and Zhang Xia. 12 years ago, the 616 family massacre. Although it was a random crime, it was a break-in. In this era, with the current density of public surveillance and investigation techniques, the killer couldn't escape.
Sis, you really went to great lengths to put down your brother.
Xiaonan, I really didn't mean to put you down. You are really smart. I also hope you can get into police school, becoming a detective. After all, Mom's badge number is waiting for you to inherit. All right. You've seen the files, and you haven't listed any direct suspects, proving that your detective reasoning can't solve the case. And you're only 9 years old. I can't possibly take you running around for investigations. Moreover, this case has no new clues, so it's impossible to reopen the investigation. If it weren't for this case clearance operation, I think we should try.
Sis, take me to the police station.
What do you want to do?
Here, the files are incomplete. The most important factory surveillance only has some screenshot photos. As long as you let me use your police team's resources, I guarantee, in 3 days, I'll find the murderer for you.
3 days? You just said it would take minutes. Our task force of hundreds of people investigated for so long and didn't find out. You want to solve the case in 3 days? That's blowing your own trumpet too much.
Minutes is just an adjective. As long as you give me more comprehensive case information. 3 days to solve the case is more than enough. Geez, I know this violates discipline. How about you talk to Uncle Zhao and make an exception? Or you first bring back the surveillance hard drive. Let me take a look first.
Xiaonan, if you occasionally go to the station to help us participate in investigations, no one would say anything. But if it's to participate in the case's long-term investigation, it's hard to justify to anyone. If you tell Captain Zhao, he might agree to let you go. But if the case isn't solved, from top to bottom, how many people will be punished? Captain Sun, you've come over.
Is Xiaonan at home? I came to see our little hero.
Oh, yes. Come in. Captain Sun, what brings you here now?
Xiaonan, still angry with Uncle? I apologize to you, okay? You helped us solve the case. You are our little hero.
Xiaonan, Uncle Sun already apologized. Stop being so stubborn. Captain Sun, sorry about that. Xiaonan, spoiled by me. I can't control him either.
It's fine, it's fine.
Your apology lacks sincerity.
Oh, about that bet we made?
It's not that serious. I'm afraid it'll shorten my life.
What is that? Oh, I know. I heard after the bonus, you want a computer, right? All right. What do you want? I'll buy it for you, okay?
Although our family isn't rich, we can afford a computer.
Xiaonan, don't go too far.
It's fine. So, Xiaonan, what do you want then? What are your demands? Just tell me. Uncle, I guarantee to arrange it. Clearly and thoroughly.
I want to go to the police station.
Go to the police station? To do what?
Solve cases.
Solve cases? Case 1213. This case is difficult.
This case is not as complicated as you think. Perhaps at this moment, the prime suspect, in my mind, is the real murderer. Give me 3 days. Let me use the police resources, and I'll solve the case.
3 days?
Yes, just 3 days. This case is definitely by someone familiar. There is no possibility of random crime. I will definitely find out.
All right. Let's go, let's go. Let's go to the team now.
Not Captain Sun. As for Xiaonan,
Don't worry about old Zhao. I'll talk to him.
that's not what I meant. I'm afraid that we'll all be disciplined.
Xiao Wu. The primary mission of US detectives is to protect the citizens. Combating crime, solving cases is our top priority. In past case investigations, we have also received help from capable individuals in society. In the drug insect case a few years ago, if it weren't for the biology professor from Anhui University, we couldn't have solved the case. Although Xiaonan is only 9 years old, his abilities are evident to all. It's decided. Hurry up. If something goes wrong, I'll take the blame.
Uncle Sun has guts.
You brat. You finally call me uncle, huh? Xiaonan, this is all the current investigation files. What else do you need?
I need more detailed family information about Song Dong, including his ex-wife, 2 daughters, parents, 2 brothers, nieces and nephews, preferably with photos. Additionally, I also need to know, after Song Dong's death, who inherited his estate, including the factory, property, cash flow direction, bank statements, etc. Bank statements, etc. What's wrong with Uncle Sun?
Xiaonan, you're now starting to command supplementary investigations. Have you really discovered something?
A little bit. You wouldn't believe it even if I told you.
Fine. Xiao Zhang, Xiao Chen, come here for a moment. Supplementary investigation tasks.
Xiaonan, what did you discover? Tell your sister first, huh?
I'm just guessing. It might not be right, and it needs verification.
You know nothing, yet you dare to command this. And this is the police station. Is it because Uncle Sun gave you some favor, and you don't know who you are anymore?
Don't put it so harshly. Don't worry, I absolutely won't let Uncle Sun get disciplined.
Xiao Nan, this 30x playback is as choppy as a slideshow. What are you watching?
Watching people.
People. This food factory has about 200 employees, with people coming and going daily, and 12 surveillance cameras in the factory area. With 30x fast forward, what can you see?
First, these 12 are all wide-angle surveillance cameras, covering a vast area. According to a normal person's walking speed, once they appear in the surveillance, they can't walk out in half a minute. So, I won't miss anyone who appears in the surveillance. Second, I'm a prodigy after all. I remember everything.
But, in this case, we sent 3 people to watch all the surveillance footage from the 7 days before the incident, completely, and found no clues about the suspect.
I found something.
What did you find?
2 days before the incident. During lunch break, it was crowded everywhere. Xiaonan, what did you notice?
Lao Qian, what's up?
Come out and talk. Sun Meng, what's wrong with you? Why did you bring him to the team again? And let him take charge?
Lao Qian, what do you mean?
What do I mean? This is nonsense.
Why are you shouting? I already discussed this with Lao Zhao.
Psk, don't use the captain to pressure me. Let me tell you, Sun Meng, you're something else. You dare to ignore the
Lao Qian, I know. The 713 case didn't involve your team too. You're upset.
Stop with the nonsense. I'm talking about discipline. Discipline. This is just reckless. You're making a mistake, you know?
Enough. Lao Qian, we're peers. How dare you lecture me on discipline?
Hey, you. Sun Meng, you're something. You wait and see.
Captain Sun, maybe we should.
Oh, never mind. You go ahead. The case is the priority.
Chief.
What's so urgent? I heard from Xiao Wang that you've been here all morning.
Chief, I want to report Sun Meng and Zhao Chenglong for abusing their power. This is just chaos.
Guokang, keep your voice down. Mind the impression. Take it slow.
Chief, now that case 1213 is reopened, Sun Meng isn't out gathering clues. But instead, he brought in Wu Xinyan's brother. Now the whole major case team 1 is being directed by a child. Isn't this just messing around?
Wu Nan.
Yes, that's him. Now the entire police station spreads myths about him, saying he solved the 713 case alone, erasing all the frontline officers' credit. Completely wiped out. Chief, I remember at the last meeting, you repeatedly stressed discipline, but Sun Meng ignored your words and has started to mess up. I think he, for the credit, is almost losing his mind.
Enough, Guogang. You don't need to be so worked up. You go ahead first. As for this matter, I'll take care of it.
Chief.
Go on.
Yes.
Reasoning to this point, I can almost confirm the murderer is him. Because before the crime, he made ample preparations. So, more supplementary investigation is needed to perfect the evidence chain, especially the evidence he forged for an alibi. It must be thoroughly investigated. Logically speaking, the possibility that he committed the crime is 80%.
That's really amazing. Hello, Chief. I'm just about to...
Come to my office right away.
Yes.
Lao Chao, aren't you being ridiculous?
Chief, anger harms your health. Is it that Shan Gogan came here?
How can you be so foolish? Old Yang is about to retire soon, so you should take over as deputy chief. At this moment, how can you still be so reckless? Sun Meng's temper is like a powder keg. How can you join in as well?
No. Chief, actually...
What do you mean, no? You let a 9-year-old child command you? What impact will it have if this gets out? If this matter reaches the city bureau, what responsibility will you bear?
I believe that as detectives, everything is aimed at solving cases and seeking justice for the victims. As for the methods...
All right, stop. Solving cases. You make it sound easy. Case 1213. How long did we investigate back then? How many police forces were deployed? And how many people did we screen? But in the end, all leads were cut off. This isn't a case that can be solved by simple reasoning. I admit that. Wu Nan is indeed good at reasoning, but he hasn't studied criminal investigation. I advise you not to fantasize. He's a promising talent, but he is not a god.
Chief, as long as he can solve the case...
Hey, stop!
Chief, to be honest with you, actually for case 1213, Wu Nan has discovered some very important new clues. Basically, we can identify the suspect. However, we still need to do some supplementary investigation, because there are many factors based on reasoning, and substantial evidence is still lacking.
How confident are you?
Wu Nan thinks there's a 90% chance. I think 50%. Chief, actually, I think this case has some special characteristics.
Lao Chao, let me advise you one more time. This matter is equivalent to betting your career. If the case is solved, you'll become the deputy chief. If the case isn't solved, it's such a mess. You know the consequences. You need to think it through carefully.
Chief, I understand. I've considered everything clearly. Cracking the case is urgent.
All right, go ahead. If there are any problems, report to me promptly.
Yes.
Have you heard about the 1213 case?
There are no new clues, and we have to solve it within a deadline. How are we supposed to crack it?
I need the suspect's asset changes from after the incident till now. I also need his communication records, chat logs from all major apps, and the suspect's more detailed background information, interpersonal relationships, mainly information about his brother. I need all of it. It can be confirmed that he fabricated an alibi. Let's arrest him.
Good. Start the operation. Xiao Wang, go contact the Mounhe police. Prepare all the materials. Old son, make sure to bring the surveillance equipment.
Okay.
Wait a moment. It's the chief's call. Hello, Chief.
Someone reported to the city hall that you are disorganized and undisciplined, listening to a 9-year-old child's command and handling cases recklessly. Just now, the mayor personally called me to tell you to stop immediately. The investigation of this case, the city hall inspection team, is already on the way.
But we are about to...
No buts. Wait for the city hall inspection team to arrive. and you prepare to explain the situation.
Old Zhao, what's wrong?
Someone anonymously reported the city hall called, telling us to stop all investigation actions. The inspection team is coming down now.
Who reported it? Isn't this causing trouble?
Uncle Zhao, when will the inspection team arrive?
In a while, they should arrive before noon.
Then there's still time. Let's prepare. I'll handle the inspection team.
Old Chu, tell me, how did you mess this up? The focus of our city's work this year is on criminal investigation. What on earth?
Mayor Hay, actually this matter. Say, it's not that. Come, let's go inside and talk.
Look, what are they doing? It's simply disorganized and undisciplined. Where is Zhao Chenglong? Go and call him over immediately.
I'll call him over. To report to you? You first. Please come.
Stand up. Salute. Hello, Mayor.
Ha ha ha, good. Hello, everyone. Please, everyone have a seat. What's going on here?
Wait a moment.
What are you doing? Trying to intimidate me?
No, it's not. Oh, this Mayor He. Oh my, I'll tell the truth. There's new progress in this case. That child who solved case 713 is capable. Actually, it's not Zhao Chenglong. How foolish. Moreover, he's 9 years old, and he's being difficult, so I can't handle him. And besides, if the case is solved, right?
Nonsense. It's simply nonsense.
Mayor Hay, the officers are waiting. Since you're already here, why don't you first? Old Zhao, come out for a moment.
Yes. Mayor?
Little Zhao, what's wrong with you?
Mayor? Actually, for case 1213, we've made a breakthrough. We can report to you immediately.
Everyone, sit down.
Made a military pledge.
Just him.
Still eating?
Uncles, aunts, brothers, and sisters, and uncles too, hello, I'm Wu Nan. I will now present the analysis and reasoning for the 1213 murder case, as well as the results. Let's begin. Everyone, please look. This is case 1213, the victim Songdong's social network.
9 years old.
The victim, Songdong,
Is
a male 51 years old, owner of Xinli Food Factory in the suburbs. On December 13th last year, he was strangled to death in his office. His body was later found by a security guard. According to the police's preliminary investigation, dozens of suspects have been ruled out, along with 3 key suspects. Therefore, I reanalyzed Songdong's social connection and family situation. From our initial grasp, Songdong's death is nothing but revenge or love killing, or because of money. The possibility of acquaintance involvement is over 90%. However, the possibility of a contract killing cannot be ruled out.
that's reasonable. Very reasonable.
But for me personally, considering the actual situation, Songdong's death must have been committed by an acquaintance, with no possibility of a hired killer. Therefore, I focused the investigation on...
Hey, kid. Let me interrupt you for a moment.
Please go ahead.
Case 1213 was last year's top major case. I've also read the files. As far as I know, the victim, Songdong, was a well-known entrepreneur in the city with extremely complex social connections. Before his death, he was involved in multiple lawsuits. Now, let me ask you,
Based on what reason or clue do you directly exclude the possibility of a contract killing, excluding it?
The way the killer committed the crime is very complex.
Complex?
Very complex.
Please explain in detail.
I will get to that later. Please, do not interrupt my reporting process.
Wunan. This is Mayor He. Watch your attitude.
Sit down. Continue.
Song Dong, due to domestic violence and other reasons, divorced 13 years ago. His ex-wife, Feng Dongmei, took their 2 daughters. Song Dong's relationship with his daughters was very cold. Until 4 years ago, when his ex-wife, Feng Dongmei, passed away, Song Dong contacted his daughters more, and their relationship gradually improved. When I first read the files, I personally thought that Song Dong's death was most likely due to money. The first suspect was the financial manager, Fu Jiaojiao. She was Song Dong's mistress, and after Song Dong's death, she participated in the inheritance battle. But soon, I ruled out suspicion of Fu Jiaojiao, because after analysis I found that a living Song Dong was more beneficial to Fu Jiaojiao than a dead one. And indeed, Fu Jiaojiao hadn't married Song Dong and didn't get any inheritance from the lawsuit. Therefore, I shifted the focus of analysis. I turned my attention to Song Dong's family. He has 2 daughters with whom he had a poor relationship. Look at the chart. Eldest daughter, Song Qian. Female, 27 years old. Married 4 years ago. Husband, Go Hongtao. Before Song Dong's death, they settled in Manhe City. Opened a large-scale chain fast food restaurant. Have a daughter who is 1 year old. Second daughter, Song Yang. Female, 25 years old. Married 2 years ago. Husband, Zhang He. Before Song Dong's death, the couple also settled in Manhe City. Both work in foreign companies. No children. I remember a famous saying in criminal investigation, which is to boldly hypothesize and carefully verify. Song Dong's death is directly related to his 2 daughters. Actually, I also suspected others and conducted supplementary investigations, but those are no longer the focus. Let's not talk about it for now. I'll say why I suspect them.
Your hypothesis isn't that bold, is it? After Song Dong's death, his inheritance was inherited by his 2 daughters, and they became the direct beneficiaries of Song Dong's death. So, immediately after the incident, they were listed by us as key suspects. Oh, of course, including their husbands. I was also in the special task force at that time, and I personally led the team to Manhe for investigation. They indeed had sufficient alibis. So quickly, the suspicion was eliminated.
Can you stop interrupting me? Then I'll continue. First, their relationship with Song Dong was not good. The domestic violence and divorce back then can be said to be their childhood trauma. Before his ex-wife Feng Dongmei passed away, Song Dong hardly saw his daughter. Second, Song Dong might remarry. The person he might remarry is Fu Jiaojiao. Song Dong was 51 years old. Fu Jiaojiao was 36 years old. A difference of 15 years. Song Dong was in poor health, and before his death, his temples had turned gray. If the two got married, it could be said to be an old man marrying a young woman. According to previous investigations, Fu Jiaojiao, Song Qian, and Song Yang had frequent phone calls 3 months before Song Dong's death. And according to earlier Food Factory Financial Department employees' testimony, Fu Jiaojiao once said on the phone to Song Qian and Song Yang, there was a fierce argument. Song Qian and Song Yang and their husbands also came to Xinli Food Factory and had a conflict with Fu Jiaojiao. Why? Because of money. Song Dong's health is poor. They were afraid that Fu Jiaojiao would marry Song Dong. In the future, he would get all of Song Dong's property. Even they knew that their relationship with their father was poor. He was afraid that Song Dong, under Fu Jiaojiao's influence, would make a will early, leaving all the property to Fu Jiaojiao. So they saw Fu Jiaojiao as a thorn in their side. However, Fu Jiaojiao was not killed. It was Song Dong who died. This part, let's stop the deduction here for now. Let's change the perspective. Look, this is Xinli Food Factory with 12 factory area surveillance cameras. Each camera covers a large area of the factory, only behind the workshop. And behind the office building, there are blind spots. Therefore, I think the one who killed Song Dong is an acquaintance who is familiar with Xinli Food Factory, thus able to avoid the factory surveillance cameras completely before and after the crime. Song Dong's time of death was around 9:10 at night. The murderer entered the office through the back window and strangled Songdong from behind with a rope, then left through the window. Then a question arises. How did the murderer open the window? This is important. Of course, it could be that Songdong forgot to close the window, but last December, Bincheng had already cooled down, with the temperature staying between 12 and 17 degrees. And when the police received the report and arrived at the scene, the heating air conditioner was on. That means Songdong shouldn't have opened the window. Furthermore, the window in Songdong's office is a casement window, not a sliding window. Such windows have ceiling strips, and if not locked properly when closed, the window will spring open a gap, making it hard to close tightly. And for normal people, when using it, they would definitely lock it when closing the window. Based on the above, I have sufficient reason to judge that the victim Songdong, before his death, should have been indoors with the air conditioner on, and the window was locked from inside. And according to the scene investigation, the window was already open and not damaged. This is very strange, since the murderer entered through the window and left through the window after the crime. Then, how did the murderer initially open the window from outside? This is really important. Just now, this uncle asked me why I directly ruled out the hired killer case. The murderer's crime seems simple, but in fact, much preparation was done. The murderer needed to infiltrate a factory under 24-hour surveillance, open that window that was impossible to open, and escape after the crime. From the perspective of crime risk and complexity, this doesn't match the modus operandi of a hired desperado. If there really was a hired fool like this, from the perspective of facilitating murder, I think the murderer would definitely lurk outside the factory, looking for a dark and windy night to create a car accident opportunity. Songdong often drove home, alone late at night. Jinli Food Factory is located in the suburbs. On the way back to the city, it passes through a section of suburban dirt road with no surveillance. That is the best location to strike. With just a minor scratch, trick Songdong into getting out of the car, or lurk at the entrance of Songdong's residential area, waiting for the best opportunity. These methods are much simpler and safer than the way of this case.
Wait. Kid, what you said just now makes some sense. But what you need to consider is hired killing. If the hired one is not an outsider, what if it's an employee of the food factory?
I have considered that until the time of the crime, Jinli Food Factory had 276 employees. There are 107 male employees and 169 female employees. All employees have no criminal records. Do you think murder is a simple thing? Take a sum of money, and an ordinary person dares to kill?
But some people...
I know. Some employees already had serious conflicts with the victim. And according to the on-site investigation, including former employees, there are 7 people in total who had serious conflicts with Songdong. Their names are Huo Junsheng, Feng Juan, Su Guangli, Wang Erhu, Wei Kun, Han Hao, Li Tai. And before the crime, Huo Junsheng and Feng Juan, the couple, had already gone to another province to work and were ruled out as suspects. Wang Erhu, due to a work injury compensation dispute, had been making a fuss for almost half a year, but he is right-handed disabled and unable to commit the crime. Su Guangli, Wei Kun, Han Hao all have alibis. Li Tai couldn't provide an alibi and was also listed as a key suspect. Finally, based on a traffic surveillance footage in the urban area, it confirmed Li Tai's whereabouts that night, and he was also ruled out as a suspect. Any more questions? If no questions, then I'll continue. Still the same question as before. How did the murderer open the window from the outside? I think the murderer entered the office in advance, opened the window, covered it well, and forged the illusion that it was locked. Songdong didn't notice this. Only then could the murderer enter smoothly. Therefore, I checked, a few days before Songdong's death, all the surveillance footage of the factory. factory has a total of 12 factory area surveillance cameras, 6 workshop surveillance cameras, and 4 office building surveillance cameras. This is 2 days before the incident, December 11th last year, at 11:24 a.m. The surveillance footage of the east corridor in the office building. This person entered Songdong's office, did something unknown, and then left the office. That day, according to the surveillance, Songdong was simply not in the office in the morning. He didn't arrive until after 3 p.m. So this person took advantage of Songdong's absence to enter his office alone. What was he doing? I'm not sure. Taking documents, organizing files, cleaning? No, none of those. As for all those situations, I've already ruled them out. When Songdong is absent, entering his office often requires a very legitimate reason. As for this person, I don't think he has any legitimate reason. He is not an employee of Xinli Food Factory. The video screenshot might be unclear, but after feature comparison, it's almost certain that this person is Songdong's eldest son-in-law, Gu Hongtao. 2 days before the incident, at noon, seizing the opportunity while Songdong was away, Gu Hongtao entered his office and stayed for 7 minutes before leaving. What did he do? I have no idea either. But I think he opened the back window of the office, used something to prop it open, and prepared to harm Songdong. Quite fanciful, right? Why do I say that? But...
Kid, sorry about that. Let me interrupt you again.
Go ahead.
Your reasoning about the window, the inference, it makes sense. However, it's just speculation, and there's no solid evidence. Especially regarding Gu Hongtao, once entering the office, this analysis, I think it's completely subjective speculation. According to the report I read last time, Songdong and his eldest daughter's family, in the past year, have been in very frequent contact. Moreover, his son-in-law, Gu Hongtao, has also gone to the factory multiple times to visit his father-in-law, Songdong. The instance you discovered is actually not the first time. Well, look, can I speculate like this? Gu Hongtao, 2 days before the incident, went to find Songdong. After entering the factory, he found Songdong wasn't in the office. He then waited in the office, sat on the sofa for a bit, and left after waiting. That also makes sense, right? And as for you, you directly assume he did this. This is preparation for murder. Isn't this too hasty?
But I just said, but...
What do you mean?
Indeed, with this surveillance alone, it's not enough to prove anything. But... On December 11th, at 11:24 a.m., Gu Hongtao left the office building. At 11:36 a.m., Gu Hongtao entered the public cafeteria. At 11:51 a.m., Gu Hongtao left the cafeteria, lit a cigarette, and headed north. At 11:52 a.m., Gu Hongtao passed under the surveillance camera on the north side of Workshop 1. At 11:56 a.m., at 12:03 p.m., at 12:15 p.m., at 12:36 p.m., at 12:48 p.m., Gu Hongtao passed by the surveillance at the factory's south wall, the west side corridor corner, Workshop 2, the factory's south wall, Workshop 2, the east wall of the east factory, and the northeast corner of the office building under surveillance cameras. The factory has a total of 12 surveillance cameras in the plant area. In just 1 hour, all captured Gu Hongtao's figure. What does this indicate? What was he doing? It shows that after he entered the office today, he did something unknown. First went to the cafeteria to eat, then took advantage of the noon crowd. When the plant area was full of people, blended into the crowd in the most inconspicuous way, smoking and pretending to make a call, walking and stopping, walked a complete circle around the factory, carefully observing the factory terrain. More importantly, observed the surveillance. Gu Hongtao believed that as long as he took advantage of the noon crowd, with people smoking and chatting in small groups, he blended into the crowd, even if caught on surveillance. The people in each surveillance footage are different, no one would notice him. Normally, that would be the case. In the preliminary investigation, no one discovered this. But I did, and connected the information together. And what I extracted is that Gu Hongtao not only passed under surveillance, but also observed the surveillance. This is not normal behavior. Even if someone noticed once or twice, it's fine. No one would check them all. But Gu Hongtao checked them all. Finally, at 12:53 p.m., Gao Hongtao entered the guard's surveillance room, stayed for 6 minutes and left. He even went directly to the surveillance room. He just pretended to be passing by and went in to chat casually. I think he went in to observe the actual coverage of the surveillance cameras. So what is he thinking? And what is his plan? Pushed to this point, I'm almost certain that Gu Hongtao is involved in Song Dong's death, because he is the only one within the few days before Song Dong's death who observed the factory terrain and the surveillance camera coverage areas. The only one. Actually, long before my first day at the police station, I first checked the surveillance footage, and that day, Gu Hongtao was the prime suspect in my mind. The supplementary investigations in the following days were few to rule out randomness, while the majority were targeted at him. And
Can I interrupt for a moment? I just reviewed again after the incident, the initial investigation materials, and Gu Hongtao's statement. His record clearly states that on December 11th, he did go to the factory. That night, he took the train again and returned to Mani City. On the day of the incident, he flew from Manhei to Kyoto by plane. When the victim Song Dong died, Gu Hongtao was on the plane. Afterwards, we also investigated and confirmed that Gu Hongtao did board the plane. Just now you said it couldn't be a hired killing, but Gu Hongtao was again designated as a key suspect. Yet Gu Hongtao has an ironclad alibi, so he couldn't be the murderer. How do you explain this?
what you said is exactly what I was going to say next. Gu Hongtao indeed has an alibi. I will talk about it later. Please don't rush. Please don't interrupt me again. Gu Hongtao was established as a key suspect by me. After supplementary investigations, I found the eldest daughter, Song Qian, and her husband, Gu Hongtao's one-year call records, ID card usage, bank card information, wealth changes, etc. I discovered something very interesting. After Song Dong's death, an inheritance dispute occurred. Hu Jiaojiao participated in the inheritance battle and finally lost the lawsuit. Afterwards, Song Dong's food factory was valued at 40 million and transferred to under the name of Song Dong's second daughter, while the eldest daughter, Song Qian, received from Song Dong 5 properties in various places and 3 cars, all cash and some other assets. Song Dong had 2 properties, both in the capital, Kyoto. They are very expensive. The total price of 5 properties is nearly 30 million. It can be said that Song Dong's 2 daughters divided all of his inheritance equally. And in early and late April of this year, early May and mid-June, Somai Mudid transfers to the same account separately. 5 million, 6 million, 5 million, and 2 million, totaling 18 million. And the holder of this transfer account is named Gu Hongbo.
Gu Hongbo.
Gu Hongbo. Gu Hongtao.
This name has never appeared in the original investigation files. But who is he? Everyone should be able to judge easily. Gu Hongbo and Gu Hongtao. He is the younger brother of Gu Hongtao, 1 year younger. And this name, the reason why it did not appear in the original investigation files, firstly, Gu Hongbo had no direct relationship with the deceased Song Dong. They had no personal connection. There was no private contact. It couldn't be found directly in the investigation. Secondly, some people believe that Gu Hongtao's alibi was ironclad evidence. Therefore, early on, they stopped pursuing this line of investigation. Naturally, they didn't investigate his family further. Ironclad evidence. It's very strange. Why did Song Qian, after the police stopped the investigation, that is, in April of this year, frequently transferred to her own husband's brother? In total, she transferred as much as 18 million. Why? If it's because she is rich, and the couple has a good relationship, the inheritance Song Qian received Go Hongtao can also decide on it. Gu Hongtao takes care of his brother, giving him money. But who would give so many times? She has already given over 18 million. Who would be so generous? I think this is very problematic. Of course, this is just my subjective inference, and it doesn't prove anything. There can be many types of financial transactions. Here, let's not discuss it for now. Let's talk about Gu Hongtao again. He is the prime suspect in my mind. His various actions before the incident were too abnormal. Let's assume for now that he is the murderer who killed Song Dong. Then a core question arises. What is Gu Hongtao's motive for the crime? Murder. The key is the murder motive. This marks the beginning of all prerequisites. Gu Hongtao, male, 30 years old, a native of Manhe, a second-generation demolition heir. After graduating at 22, he changed jobs multiple times. At age 24, he met his current wife, Song Chen. 4 years ago, 26-year-old Gu Hongtao married Song Chen. The two jointly operated a fast food restaurant. Last April, Sulsan gave birth to a daughter for Gu Hongtao. It is worth mentioning that the victim Song Dong did not attend his daughter's wedding. He did not receive an invitation. Until after his ex-wife Feng Dongmei passed away, Song Dong heard and proactively contacted his daughter. Only then did the relationship between the two sides gradually ease. What is Gu Hongtao's motive for the crime? If worried about Fu Jiaojiao seizing the property, the one who should have died is Fu Jiaojiao, not Song Dong. And as mentioned before, Song Dong was in poor health. Why take such a risk? To murder a man who won't live long? Just to wait a few years for property that could have been obtained anyway? It's not worth it. So, what is Gu Hongtao's motive for the crime? This point, clearly in the early investigation, should have been discovered. But because someone thought Gu Hongtao's alibi was ironclad evidence, so they directly closed the case and stopped investigating this lead. As a result, they missed it. But fortunately, during our supplementary investigation, we made some discoveries. On the second day after I arrived at the police station, Uncle Sun took people to Manhe to conduct secret inquiries and didn't return until yesterday afternoon. He found the answer for me. 6 years ago, Gu Hongtao opened a fast food restaurant named Hanlebao Fried Chicken Fast Food. In the same year, he met Song Chen. 2 years later, they got married and ran the fast food restaurant together. 3 years ago, the restaurant started chain operations. Until 2 years ago, the restaurant expanded to 5 stores. But after that, Hanlebao Fried Chicken Fast Food declined. From January to December last year, Gu Hongtao's Hanlebao Fried Chicken closed 2 stores successively. In April, another one was closed. Until before the crime occurred, Hanlebao Fried Chicken Fast Food only had 2 stores still operating. One was run by Gu Hongtao and Song Qian as a couple. The other was managed by Gu Hongtao's brother, Gu Hongbo, as an agent, but all were losing money. From January to November last year, the assets of Gu Hongtao and his wife shrunk drastically. The rent for the 2 stores, fast food material costs, utilities, labor expenses, etc., reached up to 140,000 yuan per month, of which the rent alone was 70,000 yuan. Gu Hongtao and Song Qian could not make ends meet. And the peak of their debt was in June last year, reaching up to 570,000 yuan. In June last year, Song Qian received a transfer of 600,000 yen. This transfer was from Song Qian's father, the deceased in this case, Song Dong. A father helping his daughter is natural. This money temporarily solved the financial crisis of Song Qian and Gu Hongtao. But after paying off the debts, the couple still didn't have much money left. They couldn't even afford 1 month's rent for a store. At the end of July last year, Song Dong transferred another 200,000 yen to Song Qian. At the end of August last year, Song Dong once again transferred 200,000 yuan to Song Qian. 3 transfers in total, amounting to 1 million yuan. But after that, Song Dong never gave Song Qian any more money. He obviously didn't want to cover the unfillable pit for his son-in-law. At the end of November last year, Gu Hongtao's 2 stores closed down one after another. The landlord sealed the stores and confiscated all the tables, chairs, and decorations, kitchen equipment, and demanded rent payment. On December 13th, Song Dong was killed. I think if the one who killed Song Dong was his son-in-law, Gu Hongtao, then Gu Hongtao's motive for the crime was money. Gu Hongtao's business was on the brink of collapse. He needed a large amount of cash to save it. In May last year, the birth of his daughter increased the family's burden. In a big city like Mani City, the cost of raising a child is very high. Also, look here. This is a statement from Song Dong's mistress, the financial supervisor of the food factory, Fu Jiaojiao. Fu Jiaojiao can confirm that in August last year, Song Qian and Go Hongtao, the couple, came to Xinli Food Factory because of money issues, had a big argument with Song Dong. Song Xiang even cut off the father-daughter relationship and threatened not to let Song Dong see her granddaughter as a threat, hoping to get some financial support from Song Dong. At the same time, Fu Jiaojiao also stated that because of this incident, she also had a fierce argument with Song Dong. She was opposed to Song Dong's investment in Hanlabao Fried Chicken, holding a negative attitude. Yes, Fu Jiaojiao didn't understand Song Qian and Gu Hongtao's financial situation, and even thought the couple was targeting her, letting Song Dong invest in Hanlabao Fried Chicken shop. To expand the business was just an excuse to transfer Song Dong's assets, guarding against her. But one thing is clear. Song Dong, Fu Jiaojiao, Song Qian, Gu Hongtao, the couple, the 3 parties had a fierce argument. The core issue is only one. Money. In summary, Song Qian and Go Hongtao, the couple, have sufficient motive to murder Song Dong. They need to immediately obtain all his property to save their own lives. Moreover, the mastermind of the entire plan is not Go Hongtao, but Song Qian. Song Qian and Song Dong originally had no affection for each other. If anything, it was hatred. During her childhood, Song Dong left her with unhealable trauma. Additionally, due to Fu Jiaojiao's presence, it was hard to get money from Song Dong. Under multiple factors, this murder case occurred. This is a horrific, inhumane, and extremely heinous patricide case. Of course, the above is based on current clues and reasoning, but I believe this is the truth. Song Qian and Go Hongtao are the masterminds behind this. This raises a new question.
You've been avoiding a question.
What question?
You know very well. I've already said, Gu Hongtao has an ironclad alibi. He was on a plane during the crime. How could he kill someone? By cloning himself? There's no possibility of hiring a hitman. You said that too. I asked you to explain, so explain now.
Hey, I say, Lao Tian. What do you mean? Can you let Nan finish speaking? You keep interrupting him. What are you trying to do?
What do you mean? Whose case progress report? Doesn't allow questions? Problems can't be raised? Besides, this kid's earlier reasoning had such a big loophole. He talked enthusiastically before. The suspect has an alibi. He doesn't explain it. If this point can't be broken, all reasoning falls apart. Lao Chao, I say, you're also an old detective. Yet you still protect him? Is he 9 years old? Are you 9 too?
Did he say he wouldn't explain? Didn't I tell you to wait? Why are you in such a hurry? Oh, it's because of Song Qian and her husband's case. You said not to investigate further. Now problems have been found? You're not convinced, are you? Fine, no one here blames you. It's not that your professional ability is weak. Just that the suspect is too cunning. All right?
If you have the guts, say it again.
Enough. 老主过岗. We're in a meeting. What are you two arguing about? Sit down, all of you. The pressure of handling the case is too great. They're also trying to solve the case.
kid. You continue.
I just raised a question. Songkyan and Go Hongtao are the murderers, but both have solid alibis. So who actually killed Songdong? You don't need to guess. Since someone is impatient, I won't beat around the bush. The murderer I confirmed, or rather, the direct perpetrator, is Go Hongtao. No one else.
Doesn't he have an alibi? How could he kill?
Actually, at the beginning of the reasoning, I was also puzzled. Clearly, all clues point to Gu Hongtao, but Gu Hongtao had already boarded the plane at the time of the crime. He couldn't have done it. So who killed Songdong? Such an odd question. Could it be that I inferred wrong? No, I'm not wrong. You know this person?
Go Hongtao.
Wrong. He is Go Hongbo. This is Gu Hongbo in the household registration system. Actually, the first one I saw wasn't this. Rather, on my first day at the police station, on the internet, while looking for some useful clues, I discovered it. This photo comes from Song Qian's social network. This is her with Go Hongtao on their wedding day. Note, among the 3 groomsmen on the right, the person in the middle, we can crop that person out for further comparison. Looks alike, right? Gu Hongtao and Gu Hongbo are not twins. Gu Hongtao is 1 year older, but the appearances of these biological brothers are extremely similar. I had doubts at that time. On the day of the crime, was it really Go Hongtao who boarded the plane? Of course, this is just my speculation. In reality, would there really be someone using the method of a double to create an alibi and commit murder, as bizarre as in the movies? There are many types of alibi creation. Why make it so complicated? But when all the clues and suspicions point to Gu Hongtao, even if the situation is bizarre, it could be the truth. Moreover, I quickly figured out why Gu Hongtao arranged it this way. That 18 million, most likely, is that Gu Hongbo wanted to use the murder to blackmail Go Hongtao and his wife. As for the younger brother's character, this potential risk, Gu Hongtao must have considered it, but he still arranged it this way. Why? Because Go Hongtao wanted to deliberately create an ironclad alibi. As for alibis, there are many types, but in reality, in most cases, most suspects' alibis are of the same type. That is witness testimony. Including this case, the crime occurred at 9:10, and dozens of suspects have been ruled out. The alibis they provided are mostly the same type, namely witness testimony, spouse testimony, boyfriend, girlfriend testimony, roommate testimony, etc. For Go Hongtao, he could have had Song Qian testify for him, saying what the couple was doing together at the time. It would be the simplest, most direct and effective way, with no third person knowing the murder plan. Safer. Why didn't Gu Hongtao do this? Because people lie. Especially in marital relationships. When providing alibis, they are less effective in criminal investigations. And considering the circumstances of this case, after Songdong's death, Songkyan and Go Hongtao are one of the beneficiaries, having acquired all of Songdong's property. If it were just such an alibi, the police would definitely not stop investigating the two. And as long as they dig deeper, investigating the couple, they will find the couple's poor financial situation, urgently needing money to save it. And at that time, Songqian and Go Hongtao just happened to acquire the property. I think Go Hongtao must have thought of this. And many issues are hard to conceal. So he planned to create an ironclad alibi with the purpose of making the police stop early, investigating him and his wife. The facts indeed happened as Gu Hongtao estimated. The task force went to Manhe to investigate the couple, and the investigation results. At the time of the incident, Song Qian was at home taking care of her daughter. A nanny testified to this. Meanwhile, Gu Hongtao was on a flight from Manhe to Kyoto. The task force obtained Gu Hongtao's boarding records and security footage. This led to the termination of the investigation into the couple. This was the result Gu Hongtao wanted. Of course, all of the above is my bold speculation, and it needs careful verification. We need to find evidence of the brothers, Go Hongtao and Go Hongbo, swapping identities.
Have you found it?
I have found it. After I listed Go Hongtao as the prime suspect, we conducted a comprehensive investigation into phone records, bank statements, ID card usage, and more over the past year. We also applied to the telecom operator for Gu Hongbo's mobile phone location data before and after the incident. This is the one with the current communication technology. In the southeast, it is still unable to precisely locate each user in real time, but it can already achieve regional positioning. For example, when someone arrives in Bincheng, their phone signal is captured by the base station, and they receive a text message welcoming them to Bincheng. This document is enough to prove that on December 13th last year, on the day of the incident and the next day, Gu Hongtao's phone signal appeared in Bincheng until the afternoon of the next day, before reappearing in Manhe. And this document is enough to prove that Gao Hongbo's mobile phone location at 22:18 on December 13th last year, the phone signal appeared in Kyoto. And this time should have been when Go Hongtao arrived in Kyoto and got off the plane and turned on his phone. Moreover, this is Gu Hongbo's ID card, which was used on the day of the incident to check into a hotel in Bincheng. Since almost a year has passed, during our supplementary investigation, we did not obtain the hotel surveillance footage, as it had already been overwritten. But it seems not important anymore. Based on the above clues, we can learn that on the night of the incident, the older brother Gu Hongtao arrived in Kyoto by plane, but his phone signal appeared in Bincheng, and the younger brother Go Hongbo, who checked into a hotel in Bincheng, had his phone signal appear in Kyoto. Is this right? It's impossible that both their phones were stolen and coincidentally swapped cities. Clearly, the two swapped ID cards. This is the most reasonable explanation. Go Hongbo held Gu Hongtao's ID card, boarded from Manhe River, flying to Kyoto, and Gu Hongtao, holding Go Hongbo's ID, settled in Penang, waiting for an opportunity to commit murder. Finally, this is the crime scene, the only clue that can point to the murderer, located behind the victim's office chair. A size 43 hiking boot print. Size 43 is common, but coincidentally, Go Hongtao wears size 43. In summary, Gu Hongtao has sufficient motive, has observed the crime scene, his alibi is clearly forged, and his physical characteristics also match the evidence collected at the scene. He is the murderer in this case. Arrest him!
Little genius. Little prodigy. Impressive, impressive. Haha, very good.
Amazing. Brilliant. Well said.
Oh, by the way, Go Hongtao graduated from a prestigious university, has a strong character, is career-driven, and is bold in thought and action. However, there is little direct evidence in this case, so the difficulty of interrogating him is likely to be very high. I suggest focusing the interrogation on the unlearned Go Hongbo.
Why are you arresting me? What crime have I committed? Why arrest me?
Go Hongbo. Your brother Go Hongtao has already confessed. How long do you want to hold out?
Confessed? What? What does it have to do with me?
He told us that you killed his father-in-law Songdong. And after that, split 18 million. He explained it clearly. You still want to deny it?
What? I killed him?
If not you, then who? Confess and be lenient, resist and be severe. Otherwise,
It's not me, it's not me. My brother killed him. It was Gu Hongtao who killed him.
how is that possible? He was on the plane at the time.
It was me who was on the plane. It was me! I confess.
Because of everyone's care.
Why haven't we seen old Chen?
There was a problem with his physical examination. He's hospitalized. He might have to retire due to illness.
Really sick?
I heard it was Xiaonan who told him. Although these two don't get along, Xiaonan still saved his life.
This kid is really something, huh?
Yes. Continuously cracking major cases, a criminal investigation genius. When this kid grows up, he will definitely become an excellent police officer. No, it should be said, a master detective.
How is he so smart?
Our little master detective.
So cute.
Be a good person. Really interesting.